Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is on Crevasse. Oh no, this is the wrong one. I think this is the wrong version. I can't remember. Alright, looks like we're okay. So it is going to be ClashLegal and sCztaaar. sCztaaar. We just call him sCztaaar, but nice player here. It is ClashLegal as our purple Protoss. This guy doing a lot of work. He took out Bottle already. And that is not a picnic, that's for sure. sCztaaar going to be our Zerg. Yellow Zerg down here in the bottom left-hand corner. So all on the left side of the map here. We'll see if they're going to even venture to the right side of the map here at all. But we do have a scouting drone already out for sCztaaar. Going to be cruising around here. Looks like he's just going to go hide away in this back corner for just a little bit. Maybe going to toss down a hidden hatchery. Wouldn't that be fun? No, he's not. He's just going to cruise around here to gather intel. Always a smart thing. He's looking to see if there is going to be a wall off there. There indeed is. ClashLegal already setting up to wall off here. Pretty stinking good. And not much here for sCztaaar quite yet. We'll see if he's going to go for pool first or hatch first. That is always a good question. But ClashLegal still working on his wall off, and quite frankly, appears to be going for a fast expand. I'm guessing. Probably going to see him toss down a Nexus up here, either on the high ground. I doubt that it's going to be out in the middle, but probably up here on the high ground. You can see he's already clicking up there. But look at this. It is a proxy hatch here for sCztaaar. So Civil Anarchy out there on the live stream talking about how he cheesed the Grandmaster, is feeling a little bit proud. Well, guess what? sCztaaar feeling the same way right now. He is going to be cheesing ClashLegal, who is a Grandmaster on the Korean server. This guy going to be gearing up for his expand, but does have a gateway going down here first. Pylons here going down. And wow, this hatchery is going to complete. Here comes your first scout from ClashLegal. See if he likes what he sees. He's going to see a very late spawning pool. He's going to cruise up here and not going to see a hatch, so he is going to start thinking something's fishy, potentially. With good scouting there, hopefully he will figure it out. And looks like he is going to be, wow, just cruising around here trying to figure out what's going on, but he hasn't really quite scouted that yet. Does see it now, though, that's for sure. Hatchery going to be working on some Zerglings here in the center of the base. And look at that spine crawler going down right away. So we'll see how is ClashLegal going to deal with this. He is going to pull 3 probes. These guys are going to be working on the spine crawler, but here come the lings, and that is what's going to be the trick here. Queen already out here for sCztaaar. Look at this, man. He is pulling all the stops out right now. Another spine crawler trying to go down here. Does have a couple zealots here. These zealots going to be fairly effective moving forward, but he's got to be careful. Notice the good micro there from ClashLegal. Should be able to do quite a bit of damage here. Does take that down. These zealots actually doing a heck of a lot of work right now. Photon cannon's going to be going down, pulling probes here as well. Wow, ClashLegal really serious about this. He wants to get this sucker taken care of right here, right now. See if that's going to be the case. He wants to take that queen down. That's the biggest thing. Notice that with this hatchery does have a whole bunch of larvae on the way, and so the production here is definitely going to continue. We do have a bunch of lings cruising down. Looks like a spine crawler going to be going down here momentarily, but a good bunch of photon cannons going to be very, very helpful here moving forward. Got to get back to mining, though. That is really the key here. Units tab going to show that he is at 16 probes to 15 drones. Looks like this queen going to go down. That's a good snipe there for ClashLegal. Has got to take care of that spine crawler. That spine crawler in a kind of an interesting position, though. Wow, look at this. ClashLegal does not like this at all. Wants to get this thing taken care of right away. So he's pulling a lot of probes. I don't necessarily agree with how many probes he's pulling here. Look at that. He's going to lose a lot of probes to those lings. So he's got to be careful. But that spine crawler now going to be up and running. Needs to just put down, I think, maybe one more photon cannon right here, and that will help quite a bit. And then probably start tossing down some photon cannons at this position here. Just doesn't quite have what he needs to deal with these units dipping in and out of his main. Oops. Messed that up pretty good, didn't I? But here comes a bunch of units. I mean, look at this. ClashLegal now mining his top location here. Pretty good. And looks like he may be able to clean it out. Good bunch of roaches here, though. sCztaaar really doing a lot of work. He's at 19 drones right now, starting to take an economic lead. Now, he is just on one base, so when it comes down to it, if ClashLegal is able to hold this off, he's going to be in phenomenal shape. He is still working on some units here. He's got to get that warp gate tech out, I think, though, as he moves forward here. Looks like sCztaaar still going to continue working on this attack, but hasn't got another queen out here. And now the numbers here for the Stalkers starting to pick up. Looks like he's baited those guys when they're just enough to get down another kill on those units. These guys going to be going for that mineral line. Not too bad. And ClashLegal did evacuate all these probes up here to the high ground, but look at that. He's got plenty of defense up there to take care of a couple lings. Looks like he is going to be cleaning this out here. Now, the trouble is that sCztaaar has taken an expansion. He still has a good deal of drones, and he hasn't lost any mining time this entire time. So he's really done a pretty decent job with this attack, but he is going to lose this hatchery. And units lost here shows that sCztaaar has indeed lost more units there. So good stuff for ClashLegal, but that is absolutely going to, he's really going to have to work hard here, I think, moving forward. The nice thing for ClashLegal is he is going to have these bases set up and running. Looks like that third for sCztaaar going to be right behind, though, momentarily. And all in all, though, pretty dang good stuff. There we go. Finally got enough units here to deal with this. ClashLegal now, he's going to be working on, I assume, a whole bunch of probes here as he moves forward, but does have these guys cruising in here. They're going to be able to deal with all of these lings, that is for sure. Those two lings not going to do hardly any damage up there at the high ground, but the third here, or second rather, I say third, this doesn't count as a base, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This second base here for sCztaaar is just a half expand. The nice thing for ClashLegal is that he should be able to take another expand here fairly safely, because he's going to be taking down this hatchery. It's going to cut that production of sCztaaar just enough where he should be able to take a third whenever he wants. Either that or go big, big, big on T-base. We'll see how he's going to play it from here. But we do have Roach Warren out here for sCztaaar. Obviously, we did see some roaches up there on the other base, but no other... Oh, there we go. It is a Spire. Cool. Spire going to go for some static defense here as well. And Units tab shows that the economy now starting to favor ClashLegal potentially. 37 to 36. We'll see how he's going to proceed. We'll be interested to see. That is for sure. Wonder if these guys are ever going to get used. Looks like ClashLegal going to go for the attack, though, right now. Now, he did toss down a pylon here. It's not been scouted quite yet. So, not too bad, but he is going to be able to warp in some units on the high ground, potentially. And sending those units out across the map right now. It's like plenty of spine crawlers, though, going to be ready. 2 spine crawlers here is going to be a pretty good deal, and the third one is on the way. We do have one roach here as well. Oh, four spine crawlers total. But 3 of them here are going to be in really close range of that pylon and the warp-ins thereof. Looks like ClashLegal is going to take it slow, though. He's not going to go for this big push right now. He is going to be working on these destructible rocks. Notice the Spire, though, about to complete, so I assume sCztaaar going to go right into his Mutalisk Harass. Yes, he does. Go have 8 Mutas on the way right now. Going to be getting a bunch of Lings as well. Here comes some Warp-ins. Look at this. Good timing here for ClashLegal. All these spy crawlers were going in the ground there for just a moment, but he did back out a little bit too soon to capitalize on that. So back he goes. Looks like he is going to be backing out now, and he's absolutely going to need to be in good defensive position because here come your mutas. Muta's going to be cruising out here. That's a good deal of mutas there. That's for sure. And quite frankly, he just doesn't quite have the defense that he needs at this point. Nice reaction time there. He did pull those probes very, very quickly. Does have a couple of Phoenix out. The Phoenix is going to be very, very helpful at keeping these guys at bay. Looks like he's probably going to start working on a couple of photon cannons here, but look at that. Even 2 Phoenix, if microed correctly, are going to be able to deal with these guys. Oh, got to keep them out of range, though. That's for sure. Got to keep them out of range. Looks like these guys can be cruising in there. That photon cannon is indeed going down. sCztaaar going to be taking his 3rd base here. Now, that's a bold move here. I like it. But it's definitely going to take a little bit of work to make that happen. He is probably going to try. And macro behind his Mutalisk harass. We'll see if that's going to work out for him. But ClashLegal does put down a couple photon cannons here. Now, just a couple photon cannons, you've got to be very careful. Notice that ClashLegal is going to be securing his 3rd base as well. Probably going to be cannoning this one up too, I would assume, at this point. Oops, there we go. Here comes your mutas yet again. They flew right over that base. They could have sat there and denied some of those units, that's for sure. But here they come. Looks like into way too many stalkers to deal with. And the Phoenix going to be getting right up in their face as well. Wow, taking a lot of those guys down. Now the Phoenix going to chase them down here. Here come your Lings and Roaches to deny the 3rd here for Clash. Should see a cancel go down there. There goes the cancel. All in all, not too bad here for Clash. It was a great defense against the mutas, that's for sure. Now that's a very, very costly loss here for sCztaaar moving forward. We'll see how he's going to proceed, though. He is going to be putting his spine crawlers in this forward position next to his natural there, or his 3rd. And all in all, it seems to be in good shape, but ClashLegal, he may be pushing him just a little bit too much. I mean, if he goes for a big all-in here, it could potentially take down sCztaaar because he has really lost a lot there with those Mutalisks being gone. So we'll see how that's going to go. Being fairly active here with these Phoenix, wants to make sure that he doesn't have his opponent brutalizing him, brutalizing his back door there. A couple more gateways going down. Looks like a Twilight Council as well, and a Robotics. So nice play. Looks like a couple Links going to be cruising in here. Are going to be able to take this down, it looks like. Cancel going down there for Clash. Pesky is not a bad play here for sCztaaar, but he's really got to keep it going and get just enough damage done over and over again to make it worth it. So we'll see if it's going to be the case. ClashLegal does have a fairly substantial army here. Units tab going to show that he also has a severe economic advantage. 57 probes right now to 24 drones. And that is coming back from really taking a lot of pressure with that proxy hatch. So great stuff, but here comes your main attack. Whole bunch of roaches here. That's for sure. But looks like pretty solid defenses here for ClashLegal. Looks like the photon cannons are going to complete, and that's going to be super helpful. Well, actually, look at that. sCztaaar skirting those just a little bit, but now he's going to have himself cornered here just for a moment. Using the Phoenix to pick up some of those roaches. Look at the nice kiting here from ClashLegal, but the roaches, really robust unit. Gonna not make it up that ramp, that's for sure. Way too many photon cannons up there at that choke. Nice defense here from ClashLegal. It's really taken out all of sCztaaar's leg here. Both of his legs, and that is going to be very painful. Moving forward, sCztaaar not going to be able to walk around without many legs, that's for sure. ClashLegal in phenomenal shape. Looks like he's going to... We probably need to see him transfer some probes down there right away to that 3rd. But, yeah, there they go. There they go, right there. Nice thing for sCztaaar is he did buy himself a little bit of time. He has been droning up a little bit here. He's got himself up to 40 drones, so not a bad deal there. He did grab a macro hatcher as well, but has transitioned what appears to be into infestors, so we'll see if he's going to do very well with those or not. Here comes your Phoenix. The Phoenix harass going to be very brutal, that's for sure. Going to supply block his opponent here momentarily, I would assume. Unfortunately for sCztaaar, he does not have very much supply to begin with, so it's going to take just a little work there to get supply blocked, but definitely going to be doing it. Nice play here from ClashLegal taking down a lot of these overlords. Brutal stuff, and there's just not the AA necessary to deal with this many Phoenix right now. Picking up the Queen. This Queen not going to last very long, that's for sure. A couple Spore Crawlers going down, they're going to be helpful, but my goodness, may not quite be enough. Look at this. And sCztaaar still not getting supply block, but he is producing almost nothing but overlords at this point. Wow, these guys, Overy's going to go down like crazy. A little bit of an attack here. Looks like ClashLegal is going to push that one away and taking his gold expand here at the same time. Not a bad deal. Not at all. And really, sCztaaar is in a lot of trouble at this point, I think. Got to be careful moving forward. He needs to try and play either super aggressive harass or super defensively. Now, he does have a bunch of infestors, but man, with as many photon cannons are on the field right now, I just don't think those infestors are going to be able to pull off any kind of harassment. I mean, at this point, I think that he's going to have to play a very defensive infestor game, and that may not be exactly what he wants, but we've got all sorts of units out on the field now for ClashLegal. He's teched to just about everything. He's got Colossus, he's got Void Rays, good bunch of Stalkers. We've got +1/+1 on these guys, +2 on the way, Charge on the way as well. Extended Thermal Lance for those Colossus, and another Colossus on the way, as well as another Robotics facility. So you're going to see quite a few of those guys. Looks like these Phoenix being still very active, cruising in there, just figuring out what's going on. Got some detection in that army, going to be keeping these infestors at bay. Not a bad deal. Maybe it was the detection from that photon cannon. I actually can't tell. Let's see. It doesn't look like he's got an observer in there, but here they come. Not going to make it in very far, that's for sure. They're going to be detected here momentarily. Poor investor's like, man, he's pretty tight here. Indeed he is. A couple Lings cruising in there just to gather just to get the outlay of where things are, but good Fungals going down here. Not quite going to make it happen though. And I did do a little damage there, but not tons. Just mostly shield damage, so... I don't know, man. This looks like it could be GG here fairly soon. ClashLegal almost a maxed out army at this point. We do have a couple Corruptors rallied here to the incorrect position, that's for sure. Not going to last very long. A couple Roaches, couple Lings. Not going to last long either. And ClashLegal about ready to push, it appears. He's starting to float minerals here, which is a little strange. Would like to see him just warping in like crazy. And maxing out, then floating minerals is okay. But here comes the attack nonetheless. Good force fields going down, trapping half of those Roaches. All of these Spine Crawlers dying extremely quickly. Notice these, wow, liberal use of the Graviton Beam here with the Phoenix, taking those infestors out of play as quickly as possible before they could do any damage there. Now dropping them, and there's the GG from sCztaaar. Beautiful play there from both of these guys. ClashLegal taking it down in phenomenal shape. Sure glad to have sCztaaar playing, though, that is for sure. Congrats to these guys. Thanks so much for everybody coming out watching. Don't alt tab. Always alt Starcraft. We'll see you guys in just a bit.